He's led the major leagues in hits the last 2 years. Guy's done a tremendous job. He's so unheralded. He's on this Kansas City ball club, and he was not on, at least on an everyday scenario, the roster. I may have been on I'm not even sure if he was on the World Series roster when the Royals won it against the Mets in 2015. Whit says hello. Whit, nice to talk. How are you today, pal? Okay?
I'm doing great. I'm in rainy North Carolina, ready to get to Miami.
Ready to get to Miami for this game. Let's get a thought process here first. I know you don't want to pick against the Chiefs. Do you feel confident that Kansas City is going to win their first Super Bowl in 50 years? How do you view the game on Sunday afternoon?
I feel good about it. I feel like these are the two best teams in the league. San Fran's an incredible team. They got a lot going for them, but Kansas City's got 15 on their team. And anytime you got that man running the ship, it's hard to bet against them. So I think we kind of got the X factor, and I like Kansas City's odds.
I can understand that, and I tell you, he throws the ball in a lot of ways like a middle infielder, doesn't he, Whit? The way he throws the ball sidearm, he finds gaps through defensive linemen with their arms raised. He seems to have that, middle infielder feel, turning in double plays, that kind of quarterback where all sorts of arm angles take. It's like a shortstop that come into play. Give me your thoughts on that for a sec with Mahomes.
Well, he's got a baseball background. I think you're right on. He grew up playing baseball as well. His dad was a big leaguer, so us baseball players are pretty good athletes, I think. And he's taken some of that baseball savvy to the football field, and he makes some incredible plays.
He sure does, and obviously Kansas City's had a cherished postseason. They got a break early with Fitzpatrick in Miami and New England. Home got the bye, and then the Ravens lost everything else. You do get the idea that karma is on that side. Does an athlete believe in that kind of stuff, Whit, when you get to these championship settings?
I believe in momentum. Yeah, I think we got good momentum. I believe in the ball bouncing your way, and to go on a championship run, you got to have the ball bounce your way sometimes. And I think Kansas City's is having that fortune so far. But we need a couple more good breaks and good fortunate plays on Sunday.
Yeah, and San Francisco's tough. Hey, listen, the Royals are getting better. You're part of it, but new manager Matheny, Kansas City can hit the ball out of the ballpark, got some young players. Hope on the horizon with Kansas City. Thoughts on that for a sec? Let me hear.
Yeah, we got hope on the horizon for sure. We feel like we have a really solid lineup. We feel like we have some pitchers that are ready to prove themselves, and we got some guys coming that, if they're ready, they're gonna be up there with us, helping us win. We understand people think we're in a rebuild. We hate that term. We hate that mindset. We want to win now. As we've seen the last couple of days, tomorrow's not promised. So as players, we don't like the idea of, well, we'll be good in a couple of years. We just got to go through this process. No, that's not how we operate. There's ways to go about winning, and we want to do a better job of that. And we want to go out and we want to win now. And we think that's reflected throughout our whole organization. And with the new ownership coming on, we think that they feel the same way.
Good job there. Good answer. I tell you, too, we talked in the offseason. Billy Andre Goff told me, I do think that a player has to feel a little better about where we are with free agency. A lot of huge contracts. I think the temperature has come down some with the Player Association and the ownership as far as free agency. We heard a lot about it last year. This year it's been much better. Do you feel the same thing? What's your sense on that, talking to the guys? Let me hear.
I think it's gotten a little better. It's not nearly where we think it should be. The bottom line is we got to have teams that are going out there and wanting to win year after year. The money's there. With every team has enough money to go out and put a competitive team on the field. We don't think teams are taking advantage of that, and we think if teams are incentivized to win, if the team is going to have something good happen to them if they win games, then the money part will take care of itself. But teams have to be incentivized to go out and win baseball games. And when that happens, we'll have more competitive teams throughout the course of the league. More teams will be in the running, and the money part will take care of itself. But winning's got to be on the forefront of everyone's mind. And in my opinion, the rest will fall into place.
All right, how about the Astros situation in the offseason? I know you recorded that maybe they cost you an all-star performance. How do you feel about what they did maybe in 2017 and 2018?
I have a lot of opinions on that. Talking to a lot of guys, we all feel the same way. It sucks. It does. It sucks for players. We feel like we got stabbed in the back. We feel like we got money taken out of our pockets. In my opinion, correlating it to steroids. Steroids is an indirect way to cheat. You put your body in a better position to go out and play the game and hope that it translates into becoming a better player. What they did was a direct way of cheating. They directly affected that they had an advantage over everybody else. And to me, it just discredits everything that those players have ever done. And, to point out beating on the trash can, that's just kind of what came forward. I think if you do that, there's multiple ways that they went about their cheating that probably we didn't have a chance to uncover. But it's a terrible look for the league. We're supposed to be a fraternity of players, I should say, and it's unfortunate. It really is, but hopefully it's something we'll learn from, and it'll never happen again.
Good job. Okay, give me let's go back to the game for a second. Whit Merrifield's doing a great job here. Let's go back to the game. Would you be comfortable in winning if the Chiefs scored 28 points, or do you think you might need more?
I think it's 27-24 is the final. I think KC goes down. I think it's 24-24. Last minute of the game, Mahomes gets them down, and Harrison Butker puts the game-winning ball through the uprights. So I'm saying 27-24. So, yeah, I think 28 is a good number.
Good job, Whit. Outstanding. Good to talk to you. Don't shy away now if somebody tracks you down in the off-season or in the season or off course in spring training. Thanks very much. Have a good start to your year out there in Arizona for spring. Appreciate you coming on here today.